with chapter 8 questions, and then we'll, whatever, we have left, I can do the best I can. And then we'll jump back to chapter 7. So here is 8.1, 11/10.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
There we go. That you did look nothing like I thought you looked.
You've seen me before.
I know, but I can't remember because a semester of non-communication and non-video, kind of suppresses the memory,
That's fair. Math will do that to you anyway.
Yep. Teaching it will do it too. So, anybody else want to join me and Miss Grindle on the last day with video?
No.
I didn't think so. Not with Weaned on a Pickle class.
For half a second.
Oh, okay. For half a second.
Hey,
I'll take half a second.
Do you want me to talk?
There's Miss Roberts. Now, Miss Roberts, you got the Gina Roberts thing. I'm sorry, I've called you Gina. You got the Gina, what's her name? The actress theme going on with the hair pulled up.
Oh yes, it's my
her
hairdo.
What's her name? Can't think of it right now. But she does those commercials with what's in your wallet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See her got her hair pulled up.
I can't see her. It only shows
just a little.
Yeah, she can't do very much. You got to get back on that weaned on a pickle. Got to get back on weaned on a pickle wagon. All right. But Miss Roberts does talk. I do appreciate that. All right. What does this say? It says, identify this figure. Well, you've got several things in geometry. This is a line. That's a line because it has two endings. I meant two infinities. This is positive infinity. And this is negative infinity. That's a line. This is a line. This is a ray. And this is a line segment. You can have line segments inclusive. And you could have line rays exclusive. Now, I want to say this, and I'm not saying it. I'm saying it because a lot of this stuff is covered in your book. So when I told y'all to do this, this is called a segment. When I told y'all to do chapters 7 and 8, I did mean for y'all to read the book. Okay? So, but anyway, that's a good portion. So I would say this is a line segment, and it's half open because you have, oh my gosh, we have 2 people, 3 people. Now, why couldn't y'all do this through the whole semester?
I'm just being nice.
That is not what I pictured Mr. Pack looking like. Ain't it funny how your mind can construct how by voice how somebody looks? It's really neat. Okay, so this one would be what? Half what? This one is inclusive and exclusive. So I would say it's half open and it's KB. So where is half open KB?
The first one.
Half open line segment. I'm looking. That's it. KB right there. That's what I would call it. Oh, now we're doing, Mr. Pack is doing the Batman thing now. Just showing below the nose. Okay. Okay, BK then. Go the other direction. Whatever. Sorry. I guess you go, see, I've never done this before. I've never seen this before. So I guess you go from the open to the close. So that's why you go BK. But I can tell you right now, I've always gone from left to right. So
Well,
That's not a test question. I don't ask test questions on stuff that's vague like that. So,
I was about to say it's not on the final, so.
yeah. Next, I'm going to delete that one. 19, 8, 1, 19, 13. Let's see what this one, okay, now this one is a test question because I do these a good bit. Use the figure to find CB intersection with AB. Now, let me go over that right quick with you because a lot of people don't know this. This means union. Union means what? Together. This means intersection. And it means overlap. So this question says, find the intersection of CB and AB. So CB is right here, CB. And AB is right here. So I believe that would be AC, would it not?
Yes.
CB and AB would be AC. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all right now, I read from left to right. And I do all my answers left to right. So evidently that last one, I guess they go with the open first. So I would say this is AC. So, and it would be a line segment. So it would not have arrows on it. So I would believe it would be that one, line segment, AC. That's a test question because that to me makes sense. All right. Move on. Next. This is 51/22. 51/22. Yes, this is a, yes. Anything with complementary and supplementary, that's a test question. Complementary means equals 90 degrees. Supplementary, does anybody want to tell me what supplementary equals?
180.
Good job. Supplementary equals 180. Therefore, if you have two angles, angle 1, theta, and angle 2, theta, theta plus theta is equal to 90. And these are two different Greek letters. This is sigma. I'm sorry. This is theta, and this is theta. Here, theta and theta equals what? 180. So here, in the first one, the 90 degrees is where? Right there. And with 180, it's right there. So this question says, complementary, one angle is 31.25 degrees. So what is this angle? So this would be, since it is complementary, that's going to be x plus 31.25 is equal to what? 90. And since it said complementary, you automatically know, since it said complementary, you automatically know that it forms a 90-degree angle. And that would be somebody do it for me.
It's 58.75.
Speak up. What?
It's 58.75.
58.75. And that would be your answer. And yes, this is a standardized test question as well as my question. So 58 3/4. 58 hit the, since you started with a mixed number, you end with a mixed number. So that's the rule of mathematics. And 3/4. Uh-oh. Did I not do it right? Did I not subtract it right?
Hold on.
Somebody add it again, please, or subtract.
Did you do 34 or 31 when you did that?
I did 31. You caught me.
I'm sorry, my fault.
No, that's my bad. I wrote it wrong.
No, I did right here, see?
Oh,
And of course,
okay.
nobody, not one person said a word. Thank you, weaned on a
The
pickle.
31
And
math
don't
was
say,
right, though.
don't you dare say, oh, I saw that, but I didn't know. Don't say a word.
I didn't see it, so.
No, there's
I didn't
somebody
know
out there
it was
going to be
from
going,
right.
oh, I saw it, but I didn't know. No, you didn't communicate because you're weaned on a pickle. All right. So somebody, what is that? Somebody redo it for me.
55.75.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't know. Shut up. Irritates me when somebody says that. All right. So that'd be 54. Or
Well, it's a good thing that nobody said it then.
55. No, somebody was fixing to say it. I guarantee you, somebody in this class was fixing to say, oh, I saw that, but I didn't know. Anyway, and as long as you don't say anything, I have no idea who it was that was going to say that. So don't say, oh, I was going to say that. Don't say it. All right. This is 68, 20, and that was a test question. It's probably supplementary. The difference between measures of two complementary angles is 12 degrees. Determine the measure of the two angles. Draw a picture. What do we know? We know that it's what?
90 degrees.
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Y'all are winners. And we know the angle between the two angles is what?
12.
Okay, so therefore it's going to be what? 90 minus 12. Okay. Let's see. They're going to have to be equal because, let's see, the difference between the measures of two complementary angles is 12.
90 minus 12 is just 78.
Well,
Which
then
would
you
be
would
39.
divide it by 2.
Well, that would be
There's
39.
What?
39. But,
39.
yeah.
Yeah, but why are they asking? Wait a minute. They haven't told us something.
It says there's a larger angle.
Because where does it say? What? Where is it? I don't see. Hold on. Let me read it again. The difference between the measures of two complementary angles is 12. Determine the measure of the two angles. They don't give us enough information to discern whether one is bigger than the other. Unless I'm reading the question.
Unless one of the
wrong.
angles is 12.
No, it says the difference between the measures of two complementary angles. That's what I just drew. This angle and this angle. Oh, I see. Oh,
So would it
I
be
see.
78 and 12?
You can twist this. The difference between the measures of two complementary angles is 12 degrees.
So
my
what if
God.
you took 90, divided it by 2, and then
That'd
added
be
12?
45, and then you would add 12
Then you'd add
degrees
12 to one of
both.
the angles.
Oh my gosh, this could be taken two different ways. I mean, look at that. Somebody look at this sentence and tell me, this is what it's saying, I believe. You got two angles that equal 90 degrees. So this is 45, and this is 45. But one angle is 12 degrees more.
Which means one of them would be 57.
57, and the other one would be 45.
No.
The other one would
No,
be
you gotta-
33.
You got to subtract it.
You'd be
You gotta
subtracting
subtract
12
Add
from the other one.
What?
Subtract 12 from the other.
Subtract
So
12
57
from
and
45, what would it be?
33.
No, wait. From 45,
Yeah, you have to.
it would be 12.
No, 12 from 45.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding. It'd be 33. You're
I
right.
don't
You're good.
think
No, it'd be
this question
33.
sucks. 57. This question can be taken two different ways. See, I got it wrong.
I don't know then.
I want to
Well,
see. I want to see
As
how
long
they
as it's
did
not a
this
test
question.
question.
Oh, I know what they're saying now. What they should have done is they should have drew it. This is a question you should draw. This question, okay, this question, the way it's written is not on a standardized test. This is what's on a standardized test. X minus 12 and X like that. That's what's on a standardized test. And they put this right here. And then they go X plus X minus 12 is equal to 90. 2X is equal to, or minus 12 is equal to 90 plus 12 plus 12. And that's 2X is equal to what? What is that? 102? Somebody help me out.
102. You're right.
Divided by 2, divided by 2. X is equal to what?
51.
51. And then plug 51 into this. What's 51 minus 12, somebody?
39.
She is correct.
Indeed.
So that should be the answer.
So one side's 51 and one side's 39.
Yes. Now, I don't know. The reason I think this is right is because this is what I've seen all my life as far as a math teacher. The question will be like this on the test. I've never seen it just written like a sentence before. 39 and 51. Larger is 51. And I can't type it in. What's wrong with my mouse? 51. And the lower one is what?
39.
39. Now, let's see if my math experience has paid off. Yes. Okay, let me show you this one more time.
And you feel
This
good about yourself.
is the way you will see it on a test. I have never seen it written like that. That is an awful big cup, Miss Grindle. That worries me.
It's my coffee, man. Don't judge.
Yeah. Yeah, and this clear liquid is water.
I can show you the coffee grains if you don't believe me.
Well, I mean, it is math, so I don't blame her.
Okay, so this is, please make a note. This is the way you do that problem, but I've never seen it written like a sentence before. So that may be because I live a sheltered life. Maybe that's what it is.
I'll probably
All
change it to wine when I go take the final.
There you
Yeah,
go.
You
Dang old-
and your privilege.
Dang old Sauvignon Blanc. 8.1, 70, 29. 70, 29. 8.1, it says if angle A and angle B are supplementary, so I'm doing angle A and angle B are supplementary, And I read from left to, well, this one looks like a bigger angle right here. So this one says angle A is 14 times as large as angle B. So that would be 14x. And this is x. Everybody get that? Find the measures of A and B. Now that sentence makes sense. X plus 14x is equal to what? Not 90, but what?
180.
180, because now you got this line. And that's going to be, somebody divide 180 by 15, please.
So divide what? 180 by what?
15.
It's 12.
12.
Indeed.
So x is equal to 12. Therefore, somebody multiply 12 times 14, please.
168.
168. So 14x turns out to equal, that angle turns out to equal this. And this angle, we solved and got that. So the reason I put it in quotation marks is I don't want you to think this is an equation. It's not an equation. This angle described as 14 times an angle is equal to 168. This angle, x, we got from the solution. Okay? So what do we get? The measure of angle B is 12 and 168. Good test question, good SAT question, good standardized test question also. Okay, next one. 8.2 30/17. 8.2 30/17. Oh yeah, any of these jigsaw puzzles, they will be on the test. And why do I call them jigsaw puzzles? Because that's what they are. They're jigsaw puzzles. 1, 2, and 3. This angle right here is 60 degrees. So therefore, this angle right here, somebody tell me what this angle in pink is right here.
We can't see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. I suck. What's that pink angle right here?
30? No.
Nope.
Yeah, you take 180 and
20.
subtract 60 and you'll get it.
It's going along this line right here. So that would be what? 120, Hubert. Because this angle right here is 180 degrees. You got to look at the line that it's laying on. And this angle right here, this is called, it's called vertical angles, but you can go horizontal also. If one angle is across or on top of the other, it's the same angle. So somebody tell me what this angle is right here, if this angle is 60.
It's also 60.
And therefore, this angle down here is what?
120.
120.
120.
And now you do that over here. I know we got another one. 22 degrees. So this angle, I'm going to use another color. This angle right here is 22 degrees. Therefore, excuse me. Therefore, this angle is what? There's that same line right here.
158.
180.
158.
Yes.
And yes, you're right. Take it away from 180. Somebody check me. 158. So somebody tell me what this angle is.
158.
158. And this angle right here is what?
22.
Now you can get this angle right here. How do I get that angle? Well, all triangles, and this is in red, all interior angles of triangles equals what? 180 degrees. All interior angles of quadrilaterals is equal to what? 360 degrees. Hold on. So with that being said, and of course your book would have this in there. With that being said, we're on a triangle here. Here's our triangle. I'm going to highlight that yellow. Y'all know yellow is my favorite color.
I do now.
Yep. My mother says that it comes from a blanket that I had when I was a baby. And it was a yellow blanket, and it had yellow silk around the edges. And she said that's why my favorite color is yellow. I have no idea why it's yellow.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it has to do with my personality. Whatever
Yeah,
yellow
you
means.
have such a sunny personality, let me tell you.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
All right, now you don't. What'd you say?
Oh, there you go.
I said
I'm not
because you have such a
Howard, okay?
yellow sunny personality, let me tell you.
Oh, I have a sunny personality. Actually, I just put on a show in front of y'all. Really, I'm an asshole. All right.
I would have
So-
never guessed that.
I can't hear you, Miss Grindle. You're gonna have to put that.
I
way
said
up.
I would never have guessed that.
I can see
Yeah,
that
I
a
was
little bit.
being an
Though.
asshole. All right. All right. So somebody tell me, and I'm gonna do this in lavender. What's that angle right there?
38.
Well, if you take 120 and 22 and add those together, so I'm going to do that down here for you. So I'm going to take 120 and 22, and I'm going to subtract all that from 180. If y'all subtract that, what'd you say you get?
38.
Okay, I'm going to take your word for it. 38. So that purple angle right there is 38 degrees. And therefore this angle is 38 degrees. And somebody tell me what that last angle is, because I tell students just to fill in all of them. So somebody tell me, and I'm running out of colors here. No, I'm not.
60.
I got to use another color. Ooh, peach.
So
What's that one?
orange.
What's that one?
Can you not hear me? I said 60.
60.
I can't hear you.
60.
No, it's not. It's 38 from 180.
142.
142 and this.
Oh.
142.
Sorry,
And
I saw
there.
that 60 and I thought.
Now, does everybody see what I just did? I didn't even look at the question to see what they wanted. I just filled in all the what? I just filled in all the blanks. That's the way the jigsaw puzzle works. Just fill in all the blanks and you get the extra practice, and you also get the right answer, unless you don't add or subtract correctly. Let me hit the focus on that a little bit. It looks like maybe it's because my pens are getting old.
Yeah, I thought it was 62 because I thought that was the one that was across from it, but I just looked at it wrong.
Yeah, that 60 goes with this 60. Okay, I'm not going to type in the answers. I know those are correct because you subtracted them from 180 and everything. So I'm just going to move on to the next problem.
Makes
Next,
sense.
Next is 8.24524. Determine the measure of an interior angle of a regular triangle. That's 180 degrees. If the side of a polygon is extended, determine the supplementary angles. Okay, the n-1, let me pull it up for you right quick. There it is. I'm saying n-2. Write that formula down. The sum of the measures, and this should be in your book also, the sum of the measures of the interior angles of an n-sided polygon is n-2 times 180. And if you have 8 sides, 8 minus 2, that'd be 6 times 180. Okay, so make sure you write that down, that n-2 times 180. Please write that down. And again, it's in your book. So in this case, the measures of each interior angles gives you 180 degrees on a, well, this said, I thought this said triangle. Why does it say regular triangle and then it says polygon? Does anybody catch that?
Yeah.
Here it says regular triangle. And here it says polygon, which a triangle can be a polygon, but it should be 180 on a triangle. I don't understand. Okay, what's 3 times? Okay, does that not say triangle right there?
It does.
It does. Well, it says in B, if a side of the polygon is extended, maybe that changes the shape somehow to, I don't know.
Well, no, that B, that's separate. That would be your n-2 times what? If a side of a polygon is extended, determine the supplementary angle of an interior angle. Well, I'm confused. Determine the measure of an interior angle of a regular triangle.
Even if
Well,
you were
there's 3
doing
kinds
the
of
n
triangles.
minus,
There's an equilateral triangle, there's a isosceles triangle, and there's a scalene triangle. So I don't know, what was, somebody said something, what, I don't know what this question's asking.
I had a question. Even if you do the n-2, it would be 3 sides minus 2, which would still be 180.
Yeah. Let's see what this character's doing. Okay.
Dog.
Okay. Well, okay, I'm sorry, but this does not say an equilateral triangle, does it?
No, it just says regular triangle.
Okay, that's the equilateral triangle. If each angle is 60 degrees, then that's the equilateral triangle. The measure of the supplementary angles, well, 60 be 120, 120, and 120 would be what? 3 what? 360.
360.
I don't know what this question is asking. This question is a terrible question. Well, I did 120 times 3. I thought you wanted a triangle. Okay, I'm sorry. The measure, okay, I'm sorry. I thought they wanted to add them together. This question is not a good question. First of all, it tells you a regular triangle. It does not tell you an equilateral triangle because each of the angles is 60 degrees, unless there's a note that says regular means equilateral.
Is it because it says an interior angle?
No, interior angle, that's 60 degrees. See, on a triangle, I'm going to give you the 3 types of triangles. And y'all should have read about this in your note, in your book. This is called an isosceles triangle. 2 sides are what? Equal. That's called isosceles. I'm not gonna even try to ISCO isosceles. I don't know that. That's not right. You can look it up. This is an equilateral triangle. All three sides and all three angles are what?
The same.
Equal. This is called an equilateral triangle. And I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know if it's a equilateral. And this is called a scalene triangle. And unless somebody tells me in the directions, I have no idea what kind they're talking about. That does not, somebody look up isosceles and tell me how to spell it, please. And check equilateral. How do you spell isosceles, please? Isosceles. I don't think that's right.
ISOSCELES.
ISOSC.
And then ELES.
ELES. So I just had a misplaced. Okay. Okay, isosceles, two angles are equal. Equilateral, 3. Now this one is the one they're talking about, but they're calling it regular. So you might want to check in your book somewhere and see if regular means in this book equilateral. Because this question does not specify whether it is a, and with an equilateral triangle, I think it was Miss Garcia that said something, or Miss Goodman, I can't remember. Equilateral is 60, 60, and 60 on these interior angles. Therefore, this angle right here is 120. And see, I thought they were adding the exteriors, right here, and that'd be 120. And 120 plus 120 plus 120 is 360. So that's what I thought the question was asking. Very, very confusing question. So the only thing I would tell you to do on the homework is regular means isosceles. So this angle is always going to be, not isosceles, equilateral. So this is going to equal 60, and this is going to equal 120. That is not a good question. (48/8). 48/8. And this class may go over. So if you got somewhere to run, similar triangles. Now this is a test question. This is a standardized test question. And I'm going to draw them backwards because they're better if they're both facing the same direction. Always remember that. Write that down. So this is A. This is 50. That's the hypotenuse. And this is B. And this is Q. And this is big R. And this is big P. And this is B. And this is 24. And this is 40. And this is C. And this is A. And this is 32. Now, did anybody remember me telling you when you set up an equilateral equation, there is one thing you have to make sure of? Be what? Consistent. Be consistent. And it's consistent ANT or ENT? I think it's ANT, isn't it?
I think so.
Be consistent. Somebody check it for me. I'm using a lot of big words today. So be consistent, meaning that if you're going to use the hypotenuse on the top, make sure you use the hypotenuse on the top over here. If you use the hypotenuse on the bottom, make sure you use it because you're setting up a equilateral equation. So I don't care. I'm going to fill in all the blanks. I'm going to fill in A and I'm going to fill in B. So A is to 50. as 24 is to what?
40.
Now, did you have to set it up like this? No. You could have said B is to 50 as 32 is to 40. So cross multiply. 40A is equal to 24 times 50. Well, 24 times 100 is 2400. What, 1200? Somebody check me.
1200.
I'm sorry, what?
1200 is correct.
It is 1200?
Yes.
40A is equal to 1200. I'm going to show y'all a trick I learned in the war. Look here, watch this. Woo! Nature boy. A is equal to, what's 120 over 4? 30. Therefore, A is equal to 30. Now, I want you to find little b. Go ahead and find it. I want you to find little b. And I did that in blue. I like B in blue.
You would think that you would be able to take 50 minus 40, and which would be 10, and then add that difference to the other sides to get the missing sides of the larger
You would think so, but the angle is not, you know, yeah. You would think that, but you can't.
Because that's what I did.
Yeah. Well, at least you're honest about it. You're probably drinking out of that big cup again when you were doing it.
Probably.
All right, so here we go. B is to 32 as 50 is to 40. Now see, y'all don't have to have it that way. I just did B is to 52 as 50 is to 40. Whatever you do on the left side, you have to do the same. Excuse me, I got corona. You have to do the same relationship on the right. So on the left, I picked my bases, B over 32. And when I picked this 50, I obligated myself to pick what? The 40. When I picked that 50, I had to pick 40 because that's the hypotenuse. Now, could you have done B is to 32 as 30 is to 24? Could you have done that? Yes. As long as you're consistent. So cross multiply. 40B is equal to 50 times 32. Well, that's 320 divided by 2. Is that 160? Somebody check me.
1600.
What?
1600.
Oh, I had it. I thought it was 160. Oh, 1600. Yeah. You had a zero, dork. Sorry. Divided by 40. And trick I learned in the war. B is equal to 40. And B is equal to 40. I'm not going to type them in because I know they're right. So how do I know they're right? Because this is a test question that you're going to see on any test, any geometry test or any. This is called light triangles, and they are on all kinds of standardized tests. Good question. Good test question. Next. 8.2, 51, 26. 8.2, 51, 26.
How many of these are you doing?
I'm going to try to do as many as I can. Does that answer your question? All
Sure.
right, I'm going to do one of these. Now, luckily, they have done your work for you. They've put them side by side. So this one should be easy for you. So AB, there we go. 13, 14, 12, And then Big Daddy up here. And that's going to be y 24.5 and x.
I need more coffee.
I'm sorry, what?
I just said I need more coffee.
Okay, now I'm going to find x. I'm going to find x right here because technically you don't have enough information to find this side right here or this side because you don't have enough information. But you can find y and x. I'm just going to set it up for you. I need y'all to calculate it. Okay, so 14 is to 12. 14 is to 12 as, well, 14's first, so I got to use this one first. 24.5 is to what?
X.
X. Cross multiply, you get 14x is equal to 12 times 24.5. If somebody will finish that, I'll go ahead and set up y. So 14 is to 13. 14 is to 13 as 24.5 is to x. And that's going to be 14x is equal to 13 times 24.5. And of course, somebody do the left-hand side for x.
14x equals
Somebody do the right-hand side for y. And what'd you get for x?
21.
Even?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. And somebody do y. What'd you get?
22.75.
And I'm good with that because I've done many of these. Okay. Next. And I'm trying to leave it up there as much as I can for the one person that's going to watch the video, you know, to pause and rewind. But there it is. And next.
I mean, they could just pause it and write it down. So.
Yeah, for the one person that's going to watch it. 8.2, 55, 9. 8.2, 55, 9. Like, these are like. They're just one inside. They're nested. So draw this one and draw this one. And this one is 1. Okay, this whole one's 7. That's 7. And that's 6. And we don't know what this one is. So we're just going to not worry about that one right now. And this is 1. And we'll call this X for right now. And this is 1. So we know that's a 45-degree angle. No, it's not because it's not 90 degrees. All right, so what can we do? Well, we got 7 right here. We can find this one. We can find the hypotenuse probably. 1 is to 6 as h is to what? 7. 1 is to 6 as h is to 7. Hold on just a second. Go ahead and work on that. Oh, Miss Roberts had to leave. Oh, well. I hate that. I was going to say goodbye to her and say good luck. Okay. All right. What is 6h equal to 7 divided by 6 divided by 6? What is that, 1.16? Somebody check my math on that one.
It's 1 point.
1 point what?
That was my niece being funny, but it's 1.16.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
It's
That was my niece.
1.16.
Okay, so this is equal to 1.16. now you can pretty much do anything because you got 3 measurements over here. You can pretty much solve for anything. So 7 is to x as what? When I point at something 3 or 4 times,
as h.
as 1.6 is to
1.
1.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
The 7 divided by 6 is 1.166666. Do
And
we
it
need
should
to round
be.
that? Does it need
What?
to be rounded to 1.7 or just leave it to 1?
That depends on what the directions say. It actually is 1.6 repeating.
It's 1.16, yeah.
Oh, 1.6. Thank you.
And then repeating to a 7.
Yeah, repeating. Yeah. So depending on whatever the directions say.
Okay.
All right. 1.6x is equal to 7. So I need somebody to divide 1.6 into 7, please.
You get 0.2285.
It should be 1.16.
What?
It's 1.16.
You divide 1.6
1.16.
divided by 7, right?
No, I'm sorry. The
1.16.
answer is not 1.16. You should be dividing by 1.16.
What is it? What's 7 divided by 1.16?
6.3.
4.3. Jesus Christ.
All right, one more time.
Wait, 7 divided by 1.6. No, 1.6. That's why I keep messing up. It's 6.03. Is that correct now?
That's what I got.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's the answer. So whatever they asked for, you've got all of them.
Six divided by 7 is 6.
All right, Mr. Hubert, if I were to submit some, would you do them? Be able to do them before I leave?
If what?
So if I were to give you one to do, would you be able to do it before I leave?
Well, I'm gonna keep on going after y'all leave. I'm gonna do all these problems before I quit. So I'm probably gonna get to yours if you send it, no matter what. Is it
Okay.
chapter 8? Because I still got a lot to do for chapter 8.
Yeah, it's in chapter 8.1 and 8.2.
Okay, well, we just finished 8.1. Okay, go ahead and send it, and I'll try to do it as soon as I
All
can.
right, thank you. I just have to go to work.
Okay, that's good. Just send it to me and watch for the video, because I'm
All
gonna
right,
keep
thank
on
you very
going.
much. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
enjoyed it. 8.2,
You have a good one.
57, 10.
Bye, Mr. Pack.
8.2, 57, 10. 8.2, 57, 10. And this one, it says find the length of the given sides congruent to ABC. ABC. I'm looking at the question right now, just looking at it. Because these are not similar triangles, so I'm trying to figure out unless or they are similar triangles. Find the length of the given side. Okay, congruent triangles. So they're saying we got to turn them back on the edge. So I'm going to turn the one that's not on the edge, I'm going to turn it over so it makes sense to us. What they're doing is they're giving us a picture that doesn't represent the question. Question says congruent. Picture's got it turned over like this one fell over. So I'm going to draw them like you're supposed to. And I'm going to draw the little one maybe a little bit bigger, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they're the same size or what, but I'm going to act like they're a little bit bigger. And this is 16. This is X. This is 28. This is H. And this is 24. And this is 35. Well, we don't know how to do trig, so 35 really doesn't help us And this is 80, let's see. This right here is 85. Y'all check me and make sure that I turned it around correctly. I think I did.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so X is to 16 as H is to 28. Now you don't have to do that. You could do, well, yeah, that's all you could do. Yeah. So H, okay, I done forgot what I just did. X is to 16 as H is to 28. No, I can't do that because I got two unknowns. Hold on, I'm looking for it. They got it. If they're congruent, well, that's not going to help us. Angles are not going to help us because we don't know trig. Wow. There must be something that I'm overlooking here. The length of side BC. They're wanting basically H. That's what they're wanting. Find the length of the given side for the three congruent triangles. Well, if they're congruent, no, it's not that simple. It's not going to be 28. Huh?
Never mind, because you just answered that with that not being.
I'm just going to see if I'm even thinking correctly. Yep. Congruent means that they're the same triangle. These are the same. So H is 28, X is 16, and this right here, we'll call that Y. Y is equal to 24. This is one of those questions that is so simple, you think it's difficult. That congruent means that they're the same exact replica of each other. Okay, it caught me off guard. I thought it was a similar triangle problem.
That would be one that I would get wrong.
Yeah.
Because I overthink it.
Well, you saw what I just did. Okay. And that's 57. And I'm going to delete that one. 8.2, 60, 29. 8.2, 60, 29. And if anybody feels like they want to leave, you go ahead and leave. And I'm just going to keep on going. Okay, this is the same type problem. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it, but y'all fill in the answers. Here's one triangle. Here's the other triangle. And the first triangle is 13 on the bottom and 40 right here. And this one is 27 right here. So this one is 13 right here. And 40 right here. And 27 right there. So what do they want? They want ACB. Oh, they want the angle. Okay, so if this angle right here is 87 degrees, what's this angle?
87.
37.
And if this angle is 33 degrees, this angle is 33 degrees. So somebody subtract 180 minus these two angles for me.
It would be 60.
I'm going to trust you. So therefore, this one is 60. So I guess that's what they want. ACB, ACB. Well, that'd be 33. C would be 33. And number lock 33. And for some reason, there we go. Okay, those two questions are so easy that they could throw you off. All right, 60, 65/11. Okay, I'm not going to go through that one. These are congruent, so they're equal. You just got to flip the one on the right. Flip it what? Turn it 180 degrees.
So the
Does
answer is
everybody see
73.
that? Okay, I'll show you, but I'm not going to go through it all. Here's the first one. A, B, C, D. Now, this one up here in the right, it needs to be flipped either negative 180 degrees or positive 180 degrees. And when you flip it 180 degrees, you get the same what?
Shape.
Get the same one. But you got to label it. This is A prime. This is B prime. This is C prime. And this is D prime. And D to A is 10 over here. And this is 6. And this is 73. And this is 125. This is a quadrilateral because it has two what? I mean, it has four what?
Sides.
4 sides. And DCB has an angle of 50 degrees. So all you got to do is fill in the what?
Like,
The rest of the.
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
So there should be another, okay, 15. This is 15. So that 15 goes over here. That 6 goes over here. That 10 goes over here. And that 50 goes over here. It's amazing when you look at another screen and you look at your hand and you try to manipulate your hand by looking at another screen. You can't do it. All right? It's kind of like rubbing your tummy clockwise and rubbing your head counterclockwise. All right, this is 73. And this is 125. So somebody.
So the length of AB is 6.
I'm sorry, what?
So the length of AB, which is 6.
Is that the, oh, that's what they're asking. I thought they were asking for an angle. Okay. So that one's 6. Okay, those are some, I've shown you 3 of those questions. So if the next one's like that, y'all should be able to do that one. 69/33. Okay, a triangle can be formed by drawing the segments to blah, 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 blah. If the actual distance from San Antonio to Houston is, okay, this is a similar triangle. So they got you big triangle. This is the actual distance. This is your scaled triangle. What is that? 3. Let me do that first. 3, 3.75, and 4.125. 4.125. And this is San Antonio. This is Houston, and this is Dallas. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. And the mileage. The actual distance from San Antonio to Houston is 195. And they don't give us anything else. So they want to know the distance from Dallas to Houston and from Dallas to San Antonio. All right, I want y'all to do that. I just drew it for you. So I want y'all to figure out from Dallas to Houston and from Houston to Dallas. We're going to call this Y, and we're going to call this H. I want you to find Y and H. Do that for a second, because that's a good test question, and it's a good standardized test question. All these with the similar and the congruent, they are all good standardized test questions. So I'm gonna let somebody give me Y and somebody give me H, because I've already went over how to do similar triangles. 3 is to 195 as 4.125 is to H. 3 is to 195 as 3.75 is to Y. And somebody give me Y and somebody give me H. 2 decimal points, please. No, they're whole numbers because this triangle is in whole numbers. So somebody give me H and Y. Three is to 195. 3 is to 195 as 4.125 is to H. And 3 is to 195 as 3.75. I'm sorry, is to Y. So there's the 2 setups. So somebody take 4.125 times 195 and divide by 3. What do you get? It's going to be like 500 divided by 3. What is it?
Divided by 9.
Okay, I'll do it.
Asked for 195 times 4.125.
4.125 times 95 divided by 3.
Wait,
I got 103.625.
195. I'm doing it now.
804,375.
Divided by 3.
Oh, I got 95.
268.13, 268 miles. So I'm going to say, what is this, H? I don't know what it wants to round to, but I'm going to round to 268 since 195 is a whole number. And then the next one, 3.75 times 195 divided by 3.
That's 243.75.
So I'd say 244.
Okay.
So those are your 2 distances. H is equal to 268 and Y is equal to 244. Next.
Miss McClure, I do need to head out myself.
Okay, go ahead. Just y'all leave whenever you need to. I'm going to keep on going.
Okay.
Good luck, and it's been a good semester, and thank you for the interaction.
I try. Thank you for your class, and
All right.
I actually enjoyed it. Bye.
I did too. All right, 8.2, 7334.
All right, I'm going as well.
Okay, whenever y'all need to go. That's
Thank
good.
you.
Enjoyed it. 8.2, 7334. 8.3, 7334. Okay, this question, similar triangles, I'll set it up. We've already done 3 of these. Okay, so the silo is right here. We got one of these on the farm. And that is 143 feet. And this little triangle by the man is 6 foot and 13 foot. And they want to know the shadow of the silo is 143 feet. How tall is the silo? So they want this. They want Y. So real easy setup. Y is to 143 as 6 is to 13. And again, that's another similar triangle that we've been doing. So that's going to be 13y is equal to 6 times 143 divided by 13 divided by 13. So y is equal to 6 times 143 divided by 13. Remember, similar triangles, if you do y is to 143, then you're going to have to do 6 is to 13. You can't mix it up. You can't say y is equal to 143. Y over 143 is equal to 13 over 6. You can't do it that way. You got to be consistent. If you start with the left-hand side and go to the bottom, then you got to start with the left-hand side and go to the bottom. And that should be your answer. Next question. And that's the same question. 73, that's the same question. 74 and 74, I'm going to delete one of them. 74, 35, 74, 35. And I thought I hit the link. Did I not hit it? There we go. The legs of a picnic table form an isosceles triangle as indicated in the figure. ABC. So I'm going to draw this isosceles. A, B, C, and that's equal to 70 degrees. Then that's 70 from 180, 70 from 180. 180 minus 70 is 90, divided by 2 is equal to 45. So these two angles, since they are equal, is equal to 45 degrees each. Okay, because of that. On an isosceles triangle, the two angles right here and the two sides right here are equal. Okay. So I don't know what else they're going to ask. Determine angle. Okay. Angle X, angle Y, so that the top of the table will be parallel to the ground. Okay, I thought they were going to ask for other stuff. Okay, so that goes that way and that goes that way. And they want this angle right here and this angle right here, which, I'm sorry, this angle right here. Let me draw that with another color. They want this angle right here. Okay. Well, we know that this angle right here is equal to 110. And this angle right here is equal to 70. And this angle right here is equal to 110. Now, alternate interior angles, since this angle is 110, this angle right here would be 110. And since this angle is 70, this angle right here would be 70, I believe. So that angle Y are they're both the same angle, which would be, I'm sorry, yeah, 110. Should be 110 on both. No, 110 on Y. Yeah, 110 on Y and 70 Unless I've done something wrong. Hold on. Let me draw it better. That one's not a good drawing. Let me go down here and draw a better picture. There we go. That's a whole lot better. So this angle right here is 70 degrees. Therefore, this angle right here is 70 degrees. And this angle right here is 110. And this angle right here is 110. There. I still think this angle is 110, but I may be totally wrong. It's not 70, because 70 is less than 190. That's why I thought this one would be 70, because of alternate interior angles. But evidently it's not. So I thought this one was 110. I'm thinking, for those of y'all still with me or y'all gone? Lambert, Williams, Pack, y'all there?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm trying to think here, because this one's kind of caught me off guard. So that the top of the table will be parallel. Oh, well then I was right to begin with. This is 45, therefore this would be 45, alternate interior angles, and this would be 45. So this would be 135. Somebody check my math, please. And this would be 135. And this is alternate exterior angles, so that would be 135. I just saw that just now. Parallel to the ground. And the ground right here would be 45 and 45. So that's where I messed up. So therefore, this angle is 45 degrees, and this angle is 135. Okay? Sorry about that. I had a brain bubble there for a minute. I didn't read again. You got to read the whole question. I didn't read the whole question. 45, and that's not right. So I have no idea what it is. Let's see what they get. 55. Oh, I must have. Okay, what's 70 from 180? I'm sorry. 180 minus 70. I said it was 90. It's not. No, it's not. It's 110, Dork. Divided by 2 is 55. Sorry. And then that would make this 125. 125. 125. And this is 55. Sorry. It's what happens when you don't do when you do math in your head. 125. Sorry. So when you do that one, you've got to, the secret to this problem is these two angles right here. Find these two angles, and then you can find these two angles. And this angle right here, alternate interior with this. And this angle right here is alternate interior with this angle. Okay, next. That was 74, so I'm going to delete that one. This is 8.310/2. 8.310/2. Determine the area and perimeter of the quadrilateral. Well, remember, if you buy a piece of property and your property looks like this, if you buy a piece of property and your property looks like a postage stamp or something like that, then you want to put a fence around it. So you put a fence around it. And what have you actually done with the fence? You went all the way what? You went all the way around the property. And that is called a what? A perimeter. And perimeter of a quadrilateral or a triangle, either one, all sides what? Add it up. Okay, Williamson, Lambert, and Pack, are y'all still with us? Anybody? So in this case, our question, if y'all not with me, I'm gonna go ahead and take y'all out. 9 and 27. Now, you got 1 in yards and you got 1 in feet. That's wrong. You got to have everything as 1. So I'm going to change mine to feet. So that one says 27 feet. And 3 times 9 yards is what? 27 feet. So 27 plus 27 plus 27 plus 27. And I have no idea what that is. So 1, I have no idea. 4 times 2, 8, or 1, 11. 27 times 4, whatever that comes out to be. 27 times 4. 4 times 7 is 28. Bring you 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 108. So 108 feet perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 108 feet. And that's called area. I'm sorry, perimeter. Now, let's say that you come back and you don't do anything with the property and you decide to put grass on it. And you cover all the property with seeds of grass and hay. You know, you put the hay on top so it doesn't erode, wash away the seeds. Birds won't get the seeds as bad, that kind of thing. Well, that's length times width. Area is equal to grass. And area of a quadrilateral is base times height, which in your case is area of a rectangle or quadrilateral equals 27 times 27. And area of a quadrilateral is equal to, and I'm going to take my handy dandy 27 and raise it to the second power. 729. 729 square feet. Area is in square feet or square units. Perimeter is in linear feet. In other words, feet to the first power. And then volume, if you decide to dig a hole in that property because after you put a fence around it, you decided you're going to dig a hole and fill it up full of water, then now you've got a what? Now you've got a, well, I'm going to try to draw. Yeah, there we go. And you fill it full of water. Now you've got a pond or a swimming pool, whatever you want to call it. You fill it full of water, That's called volume. Volume is equal to a pond or a swimming pool, whichever one you want to put. Okay? Let's say you dig down 6 feet. So the volume is equal to water or a swimming pool or whatever you want to call it. And that's volume is equal to length times width times height, or that third dimension. So that would be 27 times 27 times 6. And that's in cubic feet. So if you do the math, you'll get 27 times 27 times 6. 4,374 cubic feet. 4,374 cubic feet. Now, there are formulas in the book on volume of a rectangle, perimeter, volume, and rectangles. Now, it's just plug and chug, so I'm probably not going to do a lot of these as far as questions because you just plug and chug. Perimeter means putting a fence around the shape. Grass, there's the perimeter. I just went and walked around that property and put a fence up. Your grass is always going to be your area. Spreading it out over across the property. Length times width, or base times height. And then the water, you dig down 6 feet on the property and you fill it full of water. That's called a swimming pool or a pond or a lake, and that would be volume. Okay. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on those questions because plug and chug. Plug and chug, add up all the numbers. Okay, next. That's area of a quadrilateral. I'm not going to go over that again. Area and perimeter. Okay, area of a circle. A little bit different. You got a different, and the book will give you the formula. Okay. So I'm going to just do this right quick to give you the formula. And there it is. Area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. Do they want the perimeter also? And circumference. So let me go ahead and show you that one also. Circumference, a little bit, there it is. And circumference equals 2 pi r. Now again, you have to look in your book for these formulas, okay? And then it's just a matter of plugging and chugging. All right, r is equal to 13, given r is equal to 13 centimeters. Well, that's going to be a circle is equal to pi times 13 squared. And C is equal to 2 times pi times 13. And this is going to be pi times 169. And this is going to be 26 times pi. And you can put both of those in the calculator. And that'll give you the area of a circle, which would be what? Area of a circle would be in square units. So units squared, cubic, square feet, square inches, square centimeters, and circumference. Circumference is like perimeter. So it's like the fence. So this would be just linear feet, and that would be feet units to the first power, which is just basic units. So put those in. You got your area, and then you got your circumference, which is the fence perimeter of a circle. And take that circle after you put a fence in it, cover it with grass. That's your area and your circumference. Again, plug and chug. And the formulas are in the book, and they'll actually give you a cheat sheet with all the formulas in it. It's in the book somewhere toward the end of 8.3. Next, I'm going to delete all the areas of the circumference. So delete. Solve problem involving Pythagorean theorem. This is 8.319/7. 8.319/7. The Pythagorean theorem, Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. That is the Pythagorean theorem. So you need to write it down because it is a big deal, especially with tests. It only works with a 90-degree angle. So this 90-degree angle says 6 yards, 6 yards, and C. Now I'm going to highlight C over here because C is the important piece. C is what we call the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always your longest side. And it's always across from the 90. Okay, so there's the 90-degree angle. The hypotenuse is always across from the 90-degree angle. Does it matter about A and B? No. Why? Because A and B are what? Added. And adding is commutative. So it doesn't matter which way. You can make this equal to A. You can make this equal to A. You can make this equal to B. You can make this equal to B. It doesn't matter because 6 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 6. And since you're adding, it doesn't really matter which order you put the legs in. And these are the legs. Your horizontal leg, which is usually in terms of X. And this is your vertical leg, which is usually in terms of Y. So let's take our handy dandy question, and they just want the side to plug and chug. So 6 yards for X, I'm going to put that right there. 6 squared plus B squared is equal to 6 squared. And that means that, and we're going to, wait a minute, have I drawn this thing wrong? Yep, I sure did. I drew it wrong. This is supposed to be 8 yards, and this is supposed to be C. Sorry. Okay, so 8 goes right here, and that's a big C. So 6 squared is 36 plus 64, and 100 is equal to C squared, and get C by itself, C is equal to 10. Now I want you to look at that one because the Pythagorean theorem, that's how you do the Pythagorean theorem. You find out which numbers are C and which are A and B, and then you plug and what? Plug and chug. And that's how you do the Pythagorean theorem. Leave that up a couple of seconds. Is anybody still in the class? Pack, Lambert, or Williamson? The length of the unknown side is 10.
Yes.
Oh, somebody's still here. Hey, Miss Williamson. And that is yards. No video, huh? Not even on the last day? Oh, well. Let's see. I'm going to remove. Mr. Pack, I'm going to remove you if you're not in the room. I thought you said you had to go. So I'm going to remove him. Lambert, how about you? Are you here?
Don't poke a hole in my paper.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I was talking to somebody else, not you.
Okay. All right, so the next question, and I'm not going to do any more of those because that's pretty much standard plug and chug also. So 19, Pythagorean, okay. Find the perimeter. Okay, so this is 8.3, 23, 9. Okay, so we've got a square that's colored orange and a circle with the same radius as half of the box. Now this is a square, it looks like. Now it doesn't say it's a square, but since the radius is the same here and here and here and here, then this is a square because all these distances equal. Sorry. 21 feet. So if that's 21 feet right here and 21 feet right here, somebody tell me the base and the height of the box. And this right here, 21 here, 21 here. What is the height and the width of the box? Okay. Since this is 21, 21 plus 21 is 42. And 21 plus 21 is 42. So your area of the box is 42 quantity squared, or 42 times 42, and that's square feet. And again, I'm not going to worry about calculating it because I think y'all can calculate it. Excuse me, I fixed to sneeze. Oh, yawn. I was fixing to yawn. Area of a circle is pi r squared. So let's do the area, and I'm going to take an orange highlighter, and we just found the area of this rectangle. Now you can't see it because of the circle, but that whole orange area is equal to this right here. 42 squared, that's the orange area. Ms. Williamson, if you could do the 42 squared for me, I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to subtract the area of the blue. Are you able to get it, Ms. Williamson? If not, no big deal. So I'm going to subtract the area of the blue, which is pi r squared. So the area of the blue is equal to pi r squared. And then you subtract the 2. And when you subtract the 2, you get the area left in the corners. Question. Okay? I know I'm trying to go, I know I'm going kind of, but I think everybody in the room, everybody in this class can do 42 to the second power and then do pi times 21 to the second power and subtract them. I think everybody in here can do that. Next question. And what was that named? That was named find the perimeter. 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 Let's see what that one looks like. Oh, that's the same thing. Now, if you don't know, that's a trapezoid. Okay, if you don't know the area of the trapezoid, they'll give it to you. Area of the trapezoid, there it is. So write that down. Area of trapezoid is equal to 1/2 height times b sub 1 plus b sub 2. So if I wanted to take, excuse me, if I wanted to take the area of the brown region, the height of it is 6 inches. 1/2 times 6 times 27 plus 9 equals 3 times 27 plus 9 is 36, isn't it? I believe that's 108. 3 times 6 is 18. Yeah, 108. 108 square inches. And that's the brown part. Okay, so that's the brown part. And then the area for the circle is pi r squared. Area for the circle is equal to pi r squared, which is equal to pi times 3 squared, which is equal to 9 pi. So I'm going to take the area in the trapezoid, which is 108, and I'm going to subtract 9 pi. And whenever I do that, that will give me my answer of the square, what, inches? That will give me the answer for the brown minus the white circle. Let me blow that up so you can look at it. So 9 times 3 is 27. So that's going to be 27. So 91, close to 91 square inches. Okay, next one. Whew. 29 And solve problems involving square unit conversions. These are not fun. These are kind of aggravating. All right, 1 square meter. 1 square meter. That means 1 meter by 1 meter equals 10,000 centimeters squared. Okay, King Henry died, meters, liters, grams, drinking chocolate milk. And you're going from 1 meter, okay, I'm thinking out loud, I'm sorry. Centimeters, that's supposed to be centimeters squared. So meters to centimeters is 1, 2. So that's going to be 1, 2, so 1, that'd be 100. Yeah, that'd be right. I'm thinking out loud. Use this information to convert 11 meters squared. 11 meters squared equals blank centimeters squared. So, excuse me, can't stop yawning. So meters to centimeters is 2 spaces, 1, 2. So that means I multiply it by 100. So I would move 11 2 places to the right. 1, 2, which would be 1100. And then I think I multiply it by 10. I believe it'd be 11,000. It's either 11,000 or 110,000. Maybe 1 0 off. Yeah, let me try 111,000. Okay, don't tell me I'm off by 2 decimal points. Oh, 110,000. Okay, so I was right the first time. I just put another 0 in because I multiplied. What you do is you multiply 11 times 10. Okay, you do that first. So you take your handy dandy calculator and you do 11 times 10. And that gives you 110. Then you multiply, you added 3 zeros, and that would be 11,000, 110,000. So multiply by 1,000. And that will give you 110,000. So that's how you do it. Okay? Hold on a second. One of these days, you're going to understand that I am a little bit smarter. Okay. Next. Okay, you got, oh, I didn't know what you were talking about. That's a long time ago. All right, let me go back. Okay, so you take 100, you take 11, and you multiply by 10,000, and you get 110,000. So anyway, that's how you do that question. I'm not a big fan of square conversions, so I'll do one more of those. Let's see if we got another one. Let's do another one. Let me delete that one. Didn't we do these? Why didn't I delete these? Did I not do these? Yeah, we did those.
Yes, you did do them.
Okay, thank you. And this is 39. Let's do 39. Good gracious, I'm beginning to wonder if people did any reading. Okay, 1 square meter. 1 square meter, let me write this down again. Well, good gracious, I can't get anything to work. There we go. 1 square meter is equal to 10,000 centimeters squared. Convert 8873 centimeters squared to square meters. So I believe I would divide by 10,000, I believe. So that's 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would be 0.8873 square meters. 0.8873 square meters. So one you multiply, the other one you divide. Depends on which way you're going. And you could say King Henry died, meters, liters, grams, drinking chocolate milk. You started with centimeters and you moved 1, 2 back this way, but you've got to do it times 10 times 10 because the square box, 10 times 10, you got to multiply that by that also. Oops, sorry. See, first you got to divide by that. Then you have to divide by another 100, another couple of zeros, because you're talking about what? Area. So when you're doing area conversions, you can't just do this right here. You've got to do this, and then you got to multiply it by 100 because of the area factor. This is just metric. This is metric, and this is area. So you're going to have to multiply by some form of 100 when you do this. So I move the decimal 2 places to the left. 1, 2. And then I divide by 100. I'm sorry, divide by 100 in this case. And I move it 2 more places to the left. And that's where it comes from. The 100 to the left right here, you're dividing by 100. And that's what moved it 2 more places to the left. Or you could just use this and divide by 10,000 and move 4 places to the left. Either way, you're going to get 4. The decimal is going to move 4 places when you're going from centimeters to square meters. Now, if you were just going to meters, then it would be just 2 places. But since you're doing square meters, that's where the 100 comes from. The square is where the 100 comes from. Okay. I hope that don't confuse you, Miss Williamson, but those, you know, it can be confusing. You have to sit and look at them while you're doing it and do the King Henry died and then do the 10 by 10 square, or just use the 10,000 and move the decimal either 5 places to the right or 5 places to the left, 4 places to the right or 4 places to the left, depending on if you're going from centimeters to meters or meters to centimeters. Okay, so that was 39. Oh, I can't believe Mr. Pack sent me another set of questions. Oh, so delete that one. 4523. 4523. I'm gonna be here all day. Okay, this is just area. Nancy just purchased a new house that is in the need of new flooring. Okay, this must be the second floor. Okay. Use the measurements given on the floor plans on the right to answer the following questions. The cost of carpeting is $7.99 per square foot. That's area. This price includes the cost of installation. Determine the cost for Nancy to have this carpeting installed in all 3 bedrooms. All 3 bedrooms. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw all 3 bedrooms. So I got bedroom number 1. Hold on just a second. Let me answer that. It's an emergency. Hold on. Oh, thank you. My truck is finally finished. All right, so here is my handy dandy drawing. And my bedroom is 10 times 20. So 10 times 20. And 10 by what? 14. And where's the other bedroom? 10 by 14. Same as this one, right? Is there any other bedrooms? So I'm going to do that by 2. Okay, so 20 times 10 is what? 200 square feet. And 14 times 10 is 140 square feet. But you got to multiply that by 2 because you got 2 rooms. So that's 200 plus 280 is equal to 480 what? Square feet. So that's all 3 bedrooms. The cost of carpeting is $7.99. Why didn't they just say $8 a foot? Why do they have to do $7.99? Oh, so you take 480 and multiply by $7.99, and let's see what you get. 480 times $7.99, 38, 35, 20. 38, 35, 20. So to do those 4 bedrooms at $7.99, that will be, and I'm going to check it, make sure I got it right, 3835.20. Okay? That's it. Now that's a good test question. I like that test question because area, when you're doing carpet and painting and stuff like that, those type of questions I will always put on a test versus a train leaves this station and leaves this station and both of them are heading toward each other at 35 miles an hour. Who the hell cares? But this question, yes, I would put this question all over a test. Next, that's 45. Now, I don't know where these questions come from. 8.36, I thought I did these. Find the area of a triangle. 1/2 base times height. Okay, this is a scalene triangle, so they got to give you the formula for this one. So let me go ahead and get it for you. There it is. Okay, still 1/2 base times the height. Oh, they give it to you right here. So, area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 base times the height. Area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 base times height. The base is 12. The height is 19. And 12 times 19 over 12. So it should be 19 centimeters squared. Should be the area. 19 centimeters squared. Okay, I think I've done something wrong. Did I not do what I was supposed to do? Area base times height. Area equals blah, 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 blah. 21, height 18. Okay, I did that. Why, did I not do something right? 12 times 19. Oh, I know what I did. Look what I did. I turned that 2 into a 12. How did I do that? There we go. So that's divided by 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 times 19 is what? 6 times 19, 6 times 9 is 54. 114. Have you got a calculator, Miss Williamson? 114? I think it's 114. Yeah, I'm kind of tired. I've been doing this for about 2 hours and 6 minutes now. All right. 8.3, that's those 2 questions right there. Miss Williamson, does that help you out since Mr. Pack sent that one? That's supposed to be a 2.
Yeah, it helped me out.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to turn a 2 into a 12. Okay, number 9, which is number 6. What does this one say? Determine the area and perimeter, okay? We talked about this in earlier questions, so I'll just draw it. 8 foot by 3 foot. 8 foot by 3 foot. Perimeter, you add up all the sides. Which is 2 times 3 plus 2 times 8, which is 16 plus 6, which is 22. 22 feet, or 22, I guess it's feet, because perimeter is base unit. And area equals base times height, which is 8 times 3, which is 24 square feet, or whatever it is. And this is just feet. So 22 and 24 should be your answer. So 22 feet and 24 feet. God, I can't add today. 3 plus 3 is 6. And 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 6 is 22. So, oh, the area. 24 feet squared. Sorry. I thought it asked for the area. Oh, there's the perimeter. Perimeter's second. 22, and then feet. All right, so that takes care of those two. Now let's go back to see those questions he sent after I already started. 8.1, 51, 22. Okay, we already did this, but we'll do it again. I'll set it up. I'm not going to do it. But complementary.
My charger.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm confused.
Are you talking to me, Miss Williamson?
Oh, one sec. Oh, no, I'll be right back. I gotta get my charger.
That's fine. Okay, that angle is complementary. That means 90 degrees. So equals 90 degrees. And you got two angles. And one angle is X. And one angle is 36.5. So X plus 36.5. And you're going to minus 36.5 minus 36.5. And X is equal to, I don't know, 63.5 maybe degrees, which is 63 and 1/2. So I would put 63 and 1/2. Then I must have done something wrong. 53. 53. I'm trying not to use a calculator because it takes too long for me to use a calculator with the mouse. Just takes too many minutes to do that. Delete 59/23. And we've done this one, but we'll do it again. Here is your supplementary angle, which is equal to 180 degrees. You got two angles. It says 23 and 1/3 is right here. That's a small angle. Or 23.33. And this is X. And the whole angle is 180 degrees. That's what supplementary means. So that's going to be X plus 23 1/3 is equal to 180. X is equal to 180 minus 23 1/3, or 23.33333333, and that's going to be your answer. I'm going to let y'all do that however you want to do it, but that's the actual setup right there. I'll leave that on there since I forgot to hit it. There we go. Okay. So there's setup. And you can do 180 minus 23.333333. I'd put about 5 or 6 threes in there. 23.333333. So you get a good answer. Or you could do 180 minus 23. Well, I don't know if you could type in. You might could type in a, and if you research it, you might can type in a mixed number or change it. Change it to a mixed number or improper fraction. 3 times 23 is 49. No, 69, I think. 70/3. So 180 minus parentheses 70/3. And that would probably do the same thing also. Okay, 71. 71/30. Okay, this is a puzzle just like the other puzzle we did. And I'm going to draw it out for you. This is just like, I call these puzzles, just like the one you saw on the last, when I called it a puzzle. So 1, 2, 8, 7, 3, 4, 6, 5. And they're going to give us angle M is 112. I'm sorry, angle 4 is 112. So this angle right here is 112 degrees. Oh, this is simple. Then this angle, since this is 180 degrees right here, this angle right here is going to be 180 minus 112. I'm just going to write it. That's 180 minus 112. And this angle is 180 minus 112. And this angle down here is 112, like the angle. So I'm going to color this one like that. And I'm just going to put a very small 112 right there. And I'm going to color this one blue. And those are your 4 angles on that side. Okay, now on this side, you don't have any angles. So you got to transfer one of these over here. And I'm going to transfer that 112 using alternate exterior angles, which you should read in your book. 112 will go right there. So I'm going to transfer this pink 112 over here. And that is right there. And of course, all these angles are going to be the same. This angle is going to be the same as that one. 112 and 112. And then these two angles are going to be, I don't know what 180 minus 12 is, 68. I hope, I don't know, 68 degrees. So these two are 68. And that's how you do it. Like I say, it's a puzzle. Once you figure out the pieces and you got them almost, you know, it's just a matter of just subtracting. Okay. And that's it. Okay. And that's 81 is 3381. The angles shown are supplementary. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. The angles shown are supplementary. So that means we got to add them up just like we did 180 degrees. So that means 14x plus 75. And this is x. And this angle is equal to 180 because of this straight line right there. So x plus 14x plus 75 is equal to 180. I'm going to set it up, but I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to let y'all finish it. So x, that's a 1x. So what's 1x plus 14x? That's 15x plus 75 is equal to 180. And then minus 75, minus 75. 15x is equal to 105. And then divide by 15. And that's going to give you a number for x equals a number. And then you take that number and plug it into this to get that angle. So this is going to be a very small angle. 15, let's say 15 times 10, 15 times 9. 15 times 8. Hold on, I'm trying to see. 7, 15 times 7. 7 degrees, I think. I think that's 7 degrees or so. And then you take 7.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, thank you. And 7, can you multiply 7? Well, it'd be 173. So this one is 173 degrees. And this one is 7 degrees. So like I say, you can just punch those in. And that's that. Now that takes care of all of chapter 8. Oh my Lord. We still got a lot of chapter 7 to do. 51. 7.3, 51. I feel like I'm going backwards. Well, I am going backwards. Okay, I haven't figured that question out yet, so we're going to come back to that one. 61 is not going to be on the test anyway. 61, 25. 61, 25. The dimensions of a rectangular storage tank are length 16, width 12, and height. So I don't know what this one's going to ask. I'll go ahead and draw it. Rectangular storage tank, 16 meters. I should have at least drawn a different. Let me do this over. And there we go. There's a storage tank. And it's 16 meters by 12 meters by 12 meters. So the volume, which is the reason I say volume, is because the only thing you can do here is volume because it's three-dimensional. Volume is equal to 12 times 12 times 16, and that's going to be meters cubed. So the volume of the water in the tank in cubic meters, the number of kiloliters of water the tank will hold, well, you got to change meters into kiloliters. So King Henry died, meters, liters, grams, drinking chocolate milk. Drinking chocolate milk. And you got meters, and you want to go to kiloliters. So meters. I'm sorry, meters. 1, 2, 3. So whatever this answer is, you're going to move the decimal. That's A. B, you're going to move the decimal 3 places to the left and put in, let's see, 12 times 12. Let me just do that right quick. 12 times 12 times 16. 2304. And then 1, 2, 3 is 2.304 kiloliters. And this is, that's not, yeah. Wait a minute. That's cubic meters. We got to have a conversion. They got to give us a conversion. They're going to have to give us a conversion, which is in your book. Yeah, you got to have a conversion. So kiloliters, if I want to change meters to kiloliters, let's look that up because you got to have a conversion. And they should give that to you, but this homework question doesn't. Meters cubed to kiloliters. And the book or the question should give you 1 cubic meter equals 1 kiloliter. See, they should give you that. Nobody knows that. Nobody walks around knowing that 1 cubic meter is equal to a kiloliter. So in that case, it's 2304 kiloliters for 2304 meters cubed. Nobody ever asked that. We got to change it into tons also. So 2304 and then 2304 again. And then cubic meters to metric tons, and I believe you divide by 2,000. I can't remember. Meters cubed to metric tons. 1 cubic meter is equal to that number right there. So that's going to be a BA. That's going to be a V. You got to multiply that out. See, they should give you that. Nobody walks around to metric tons conversion. I'm trying to check. 1 cubic meter is equal to, well, they don't give you nothing there. How many cubic meters is in 1 metric ton? Okay, so give me a second to figure this out. We've got 2304, so I'm going to divide 2304 by 2,000. So 2304 divided by 2,000. And should you be able to do this? No. Okay, so I'm going to do it with you. So I'm going to take 2304 and divide by 2,000. 2304 divided by 2,000, I think. And when we do that, divide by 2,000, 1.152 metric tons, whatever. So 1.152 metric tons. And so now they bring up the chart, which they should have had that at the beginning. 1 meter and 1.
You have a work email.
Oh, each kiloliter equals 1 ton. So that means we got 2304. Why in the heck did they do this question? Each answer is 2304. That's about a stupid question. Okay? What they're trying to tell you is that each one of these is the same thing. God, what a stupid way to try to get something across. A cubic meter is equal to a kiloliter is equal to a metric ton. So if you have this question for homework, once you find the cubic meter, the other two answers are the same. I believe they could have gave you some kind of an indicator up here to tell you that, for in other words, having to research it. Okay. You just have to excuse me. My brain is about fried. 7, 4, 11, 6. We're going on 3 hours. I thought for sure that y'all would be able to knock this section out. Okay, so this one says 16 pounds. This is a unit conversion. Now, I like these for test questions, especially if they give you a conversion. So here we go. First of all, make everything a fraction. So 16 pounds over 1. So that means pounds has got to go on the bottom. And we need kilograms. Do we have a pounds equals kilograms? Yes, right there in the middle. So 1 pound is equal to 0.45 kilograms. And the pounds cancel, and you're left with what? You're left with kilograms. So 16, I'm not going to do the calculation. 16 times 0.45, and that's equal to kilograms. So make sure you can do that one. That's a good test question. Okay. I can't type, I know that. Okay, so whatever that is, that's the answer. Next, 7, 4, 16, 9. 7, 4, 16, 9. So 25 feet, convert 25 square feet to square meters. Okay, so I'm going to put 25 square feet, 25 square feet over 1. So I got to have square feet on the bottom. And is there a square feet to meters to square meters conversion? Look and see. Is there a square feet? Let's see. There's square feet. There it is to square meters right there, 0.09. So 1 square foot is equal to 0.09 square meters, which is M with a 2. I'll just do it like the M with the 2. So the feet cancel. And that leaves you with 25 times 0.09 square meters. Punch that in the calculator. And go to the next question. 7, 4, 2011. Okay, so this one says 20 ounces. So I'm going to do this on the same page. 20 ounces over 1 multiplied, an ounce is going to go on the bottom. Is there an ounce to a gram? Yes. 1 ounce is equal to 28 grams. And the ounces cancel. And you're left with 20 times 28, and that's going to be grams. Okay. Next question. 7, 4, 21, 12. $16.5 over 1, and that's liters. So multiplied by liters on the bottom. Is there a liter to a pint? Is there a liter to a pint? Well, let's look. There's one. 1 pint is equal to 0.47 liters. And the liters cancel. And you're left with 16.5 divided by 0.47, and that's pints. Okay, next question. Four, 7.4, 24, 13. $27.6 over 1, 27.6 milliliters over 1. So we want to put milliliters on the bottom. Do we have a milliliters to ounces? Milliliters to ounces. Yep, 1 fluid ounce is equal to 30 milliliters. So that's going to be 27.6 over 30. Milliliters cancel. That'll be ounces. Next. 7.4, 2715. Okay, the following scorecard shows the distance in meters for the first 4 holes of golf course. Determine the distance to hole 2 from the black tees in yards. So hole 2 from the black tee is 184. Determine the distance to hole 2 from the black tee in yards. What are they in? Are they in meters? The following show card. Okay. 184 meters. 184 meters over 1 multiplied by, we need meters on the bottom and yards on the top. Is there a meter to a yard? Yep. 1 yard is equal to 0.9 meters. And the meters cancel. 184 over 0.9, and that would be yards. Next. 27, this is 37, 3718. Go on 3 hours. A large national park has 92,527 acres over 1, because I have no idea what this is. And they want to go to hectares. So is there an acres to hectares conversion? Is there a, nope, there's not. So we've got to do something. We've got to change acres into, let's see. That square, okay, well, there it is at the bottom. I didn't see it. Whew, I was fixing to say. All right, so down at the bottom, 1 acre equals 0.4 hectares. Acres cancel. 92,527 acres, or times 0.4, and that will be in hectares. Okay, next one. 47/21. For each kilogram of a person's weight, 2.5 milligrams of a drug is to be given. So 2.5 milligrams per 1 kilogram. What dosage should be given to a child who weighs 84 pounds? Well, we got to change kilograms. So we got to put kilograms up here and pounds down here. And that's 1 pound is equal to 0.45. And the kilograms cancel. 2.5 milligrams per pound. And then plug in 84 pounds, or multiply by 84 pounds over 1, and you're left with milligrams. So that would be 2.5 times 0.45 times 84 all over 1, and that's milligrams. So that would be your answer, 2.5 times 0.45 times 84. Okay, next question. And that would be 5123. 5123. The label on a bottle of medicine reads each 5 milliliter teaspoon contains glucose, 1.87 grams levulose, 1.87 grams, and phosphoric acid, 21.9 milligrams. Okay, so each 5 milligrams, trying to figure out the best way to do this. Each 5 milliliter teaspoon. So I got to write this on another page. 5 a 5 milliliter teaspoon is equal to, make it like a spoon, 1.87 1.87, and 21.9. Each spoon equals that. Find the amount in the recommendations of 2 teaspoons. Well, you just multiply that by 2. Because this is 1 teaspoon. I assume that's what they mean. So that would be times 2. And then if the bottle contains 3 ounces, find the quantity of phosphoric acid in the bottle. Well, you got to do how many milliliters. They don't give you a milliliter to milligram. They give you a conversion from the milliliter to milligram. Give me a second. I got to figure this out. Okay, that's what I did. Multiply by 2. Okay, they multiplied by 3. So I said that. Multiply that by 2. So I ain't worried about that. Okay, here it is. Okay, the 30. Okay, so I guess y'all are just supposed to, oh, there it is. I see it now. There it is right there. 1 ounce equals for 30 milliliters. I didn't see it. If the bottle contains 3 ounces, so the bottle contains 3 ounces. So B, this is A, and this is B. The bottle contains 3 ounces. So here's the bottle, and it has 3 ounces, I guess, of the solution in it. Okay. Find the quantity of phosphoric. Okay, so I just got to find out how many milliliters. 1 ounce equals 30 milliliters. So here we go. There's 3 ounces in a bottle. And 1 ounce is equal to 30 milliliters. And 1 teaspoon equals 5 milliliters. So milliliters cancel, ounces cancel. How many teaspoons per bottle? So 3 times 30 . 3 times 30 times 1 over 1 times 1 times 5. Of course, the 5 will take that 30 out and make that a 6. So 6 times 3, there's 18 spoonfuls. There's 18 teaspoons per bottle. And the 18 is what you'd multiply by the what is it, phosphorus? So 18 times 21.9. So that would be 18 spoonfuls times 21.9. So I hope you understand that. 2118, this is not a test question, but it's kind of a, there we go. You got 18 teaspoons per bottle. I'm going to leave that on the board for a second so you can see everything. Ooh, that's a yucky question. So let's see if I can, let's see, 2 times 21.9 is 43.8. 43.8. And then B, I'm going to take my calculator and see what I can get. 18 times 21.9. 394.2. So that would be 394.2 micrograms of sulfuric acid. Okay. And I'll leave that on there just a couple of more seconds. .9 times 2, 43.8. And then this came out to be what? 394.2. Okay. And let's see what the last couple of questions are. Last question. 52/24. 52/24. My brain is about mush. A territory shares 1.7 kilometer border with the country. So 1.7 kilometers. 1.7 kilometers with another country. So let's say that's it. The territory covers an area of about 6.8 square kilometers. 6.87 square kilometers is equal to base times the height. I don't know if I need that or not. I'm just saying. And a famous rock in the territory has a maximum height of 423. So what does that have to do with anything? So rock at an elevation of 423 meters. I don't know if that's elevation or I don't understand. The length of the border is, okay, 1.7 kilometers over 1, and we need to find a kilometers to a mile. So kilometers to a mile, 1 mile equals 1.6 kilometers. So the kilometers cancel, and you get 1.7 divided by 1.6 miles. So that's the answer for the first part. So 1.7 divided by 1.6. 1.7 divided by 1.6. 1.0625, 1.06. And the area of the territory is about, well, the area of the territory we said was B is 6.87 square kilometers over 1. So they want square miles. So we need a kilometer square to a mile squared. Kilometer squared to a mile squared. Kilometer squared right there. So 2.6 kilometers equals 1 square mile. And the kilometers cancel, and you're left with 6.87 divided by 2.6 square miles. And then the last one, let me type that in. Hold on. 6.87 divided by 2.6. 2.64. 2.64. And then the last one, height of the rock is what? 423 meters. C. 423 meters over 1. And we need meters to feet. Meters to feet. There it is. So meters goes on the bottom, feet go on top. And that's 1 foot is equal to 0.305. So that's going to be equal to 423 over 0.305. So 423 divided by 0.305. And that's going to be 1386.88 or 89. 1386.89. And we are done. Good gracious alive. I can't believe I did all those problems. Well, I think that's the longest I've ever done problems before. You stayed with me, Miss Williamson. You did good. You must have needed all those.
Thank you for doing them
questions.
all.
Huh?
Thank you for doing them all.
Well, did it help you out?
Yes, it helped me.
Well, chances are somebody else needed them too. So, all right, get to work. It's been great. It's been good, but I'm tired. We'll see you. Be good. Let me know if you need anything.